Hello everyone, and welcome back to the city of Dewey Del Mar. I'm Skills That Kills, and we are ending this year with a bang. I've been talking about converting this stretch of land into a giant stadium district for months now, and we're finally doing this. For those who are new, I sometimes take inspiration from my hometown of Seattle, and today we're doing just that because we have a district here that has not one, but two giant stadiums right next to each other. The stadium names have changed more times than I can count, honestly, but at the end of the day, we have our Seattle Mariners baseball stadium right across the street from the Seattle Seahawks football stadium, both of which have awesome views of downtown and the surrounding water. So this is what I want to do today. I want to create a district with a giant baseball stadium and football stadium right next to each other, looking over the river, the old city, and what will eventually be the new downtown. This is going to be a super ambitious build because we'll need to think about the surrounding highways, local road access, parking, and of course aesthetics. And in the video, there are a few times where I'll try something only to redo it later, but by the power of editing, I'll let you know when something will change. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to survey the site, improve the existing highway, lay down our roads, build these stadiums in the surrounding district, and then detail things up. And luckily, I already got some great suggestions for some team names, so stick around to the end if you want to find out what those are. And finally, I'll end with some community feedback from last episode's university build. But alright, we got our work cut out for us, but I am super happy with how this build turned out, and I hope you all are too. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Thinking about site prep first, there are several problems with this highway. Even though I literally just redid it last episode, I think I need to redo it again. First off, as y'all point out, this intersection is kind of crazy. It's a 5-way light, and this thing's not going to scale with traffic as we continue to develop the downtown. But more importantly, I did not leave enough development room in between the water and the highway once again. So we either need to push the highway back, or I guess we could lower it to make it like a subterranean highway, but I think next to the river and the ocean, that would flood way too easily. Also, we have this weird dip, like pretty significant drop that goes right back up. That's gotta be difficult for the heavy industrial traffic, so I think the solution is to keep this highway elevated the entire time. I'm gonna have it parallel Wood Street here, a little bit farther, so we have more room in between it and the water. It's gonna go above the bridge though, and above this highway, so it's a pretty flat slope going right into this highway right here. That means I am gonna redo this intersection. We're gonna do a cloverleaf so we have all the connections, and I'm going to buy these two tiles so I don't have to use Anarchy as much. I should note this is after the Detailers 2 patch, and unfortunately Move It has not been updated and it's kind of throwing some errors, so this will be good practice because I'm gonna try to do this without the Move It mod. So let's go on a quick bulldozing time lapse. Alright, clean slate, and now we get to use the best thing about Cities Skylines 2, which is the road tool. So we're going to do parallel along Wood Street again, curve it out more, do a cloverleaf, try to connect without movement. Let's give this a shot. I believe the highest it can be before it gets mad about clearance is 7.5 meters, so that's okay. If we do 6.25, that gets mad. So we're going to do 7.5, but force it to be elevated so it doesn't do a key wall. So yep, gonna keep it only 0.25 units apart. Let's bring it out to, let's say, there. And now continuous mode, we're gonna curve around, go through this forest right here. Hopefully that's good enough. And now we're gonna make, or eventually we'll make one interesting looking cloverleaf, I guess, with that curve segment there. Let's connect these back up though. All right, connections are made, and let's continue this grid. I'm gonna bring back Kent Street. We'll do something a little bit different, but yeah, let's do a grid underneath the highway very quickly. We'll leave those three for now and then snake this connection right here. And that gives us room for a better waterfront park to mirror Marco Vasquez Riverside Park on that side. But okay, I think that's what I'm thinking about for the, at least the highway going through downtown. And I guess that's very American, right? Having an elevated highway through downtown. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing, but definitely screams American, which if we're going to stick with the North American grid here, I guess that kind of makes sense. So, all right, let's try to make these connections very quickly. Okay, kind of got a weird separation right here, but given that we don't have Move It, which I'm using as my crutch clearly, I think I'm okay with that. Let's, maybe later, out of here, we'll get maybe, turn this into a key wall. I want to keep this rock face here so we can keep the riprap. That's what it's called, right? Riprap? Riprap rock. There on this side. We can do key walls, I think, on Hamilton. At least up till there. And then, yeah, I'll come back later and maybe tighten that up a little bit. But okay, last thing, let's make this connection and then we can think about our crazy Cloverleaf we're going to do. All right, Cloverleaf time. How to build a Cloverleaf. Hey, all right, well, I don't know about you, but for my first ever Cloverleaf, I think that looks pretty good. Let's increase these merge or these exit lanes a little bit more. This one is way too short. Where'd it go? There it is. Ah, yeah, let's get this out much farther. Same for this one right here, the exit lane. How are these over there? Also very short. Actually, we'll just, since it becomes a 3-laner anyway up there, just do like that. That still looks okay. I guess, yeah, the main downside, like I mentioned with Cloverleafs, is you have a very tight weave lane right here. Like if you're coming on from Sterling, but a car's trying to get off Holly Highway onto this Aspen Highway, basically you got to merge twice. You got to merge into this lane and then merge out of that lane. So not particularly safe, like not 100% free flowing, but it gets all the connections and it's compact, which is a big plus in this area because this is going to be a very busy area and don't want to take up too much real estate. Okay, that just leaves the diamond interchange we're going to do with the bridge segment there. So we'll still curve it like we did before, curve it towards the coast there. Actually, I think I want to curve it right where this pillar is. So I'm going to bring back, let's see, these two segments, we'll say. And yeah, let's try to curve this down as gently as possible. I'm trying to get like under 8%. 7 would be better, but let's see. Okay, let's say that 7% is the steepest we'll try to go. And once I move it back online, I can lower that node and make it even gentler. But now let's reconnect this highway. Okay, I'm gonna continue our bridge segment a little bit farther so we have enough room for an intersection. Do a straight edge like this. Yep, that should be good. And I think eventually we'll probably turn that into a couplet, maybe reclaim a little bit more land there. But okay, yep, let's get our exit lanes. We'll probably back around here and then, yeah, bring this in as tightly as possible. Alright, I had to customize this diamond interchange pretty heavily since we're dealing with some crazy angles here. Concord and Hamilton curve off there, Fawn Street's at an angle, so I did add some slip lanes for the off-ramps, and then for the on-ramps, I made them closer to perpendicular to Fawn Street. Otherwise, these turns would have been basically U-turns. And then I did have to use a little bit of anarchy to get this above Wood Street, but once Move It is back in business, I'm gonna raise this street a little bit, or this on-ramp a little bit, so the clearance makes more sense there. And as I'm over here, I'm gonna just make Concord a 3-lane throughout the entire section, I think. And you know what, this all started off with like the crazy intersection right here, and I think I'm not gonna even do an exit ramp over here, at least on this side, just because it kind of breaks the rules of roadway hierarchy. You're going right into a local access street, Umber Street. At least on this side, you can argue that Kent is kind of a collector since it's, you know, waterfront and everything. So I think if you're coming down Hamilton, you're going to get off at this intersection, and then we can, for now, just kind of recreate the connection that we had here into our roundabout or something like that. Okay, I think with that, we can probably get rid of that just because it's sticking out there. And then, yeah, I think we can finally hit play because all of our connections are back in business. We'll see traffic just float to the new areas, but other than that, I think we are now ready to start everything along the water there. Let's begin by removing all these trees and making sure our stadiums are on a level plane. Okay, and yeah, the idea is we're gonna extend probably a 4-laner along the waterfront here, and then we're gonna have baseball field here, football stadium over there. And obviously we're gonna make use of Sully's awesome baseball field decals, probably this plain one right here. Oop, I guess. Yep. And I'm thinking about the sight lines of the stands. I'm gonna have it probably at this orientation because the taller stands are behind the home plate. And if you're on this side, here, let me just place this down temporarily. If you're on this side, you get a great view of the ocean, but Old Town and the river. And then if you're on this side, you get a view of that ocean, but also the new downtown skyline. And if you're behind home plate, you can pretty much see everything. So this is the orientation I'm going for. So we're gonna have a road or some kind of plaza in between the baseball stadium here and the football stadium there. Let me remove that temporarily though, but let's get our road kind of going down along the waterfront, and let's do this nice 4-lane divide with a decorated median. Now, can I get it underneath this without anarchy? I can, perfect. Although here, what I'm gonna do is use just another 2-lane, get it out to maybe like around there. And I'm gonna have another exit ramp from the bridge kind of curling back right down here in the vein of the Brooklyn Bridge does something like that, something similar. So from there is where we will extend our 4-lane collector. And skills that kills from the future here. So you're gonna see this off ramp for the next few minutes, but this is gonna go away. Honestly, don't know why I did this. This intersection's crazy enough. So this will go away. We're gonna do a different street grid out here soon enough anyway. So just ignore this for now. What I'm thinking is let's get, let's do like a couplet, kind of shooting off from maybe this corner right here. So I'm gonna go with a, we'll do 2-lane one-way, but let's get like 3 units in between just so we have room. I want to get a metro stop eventually in between the 2 stadiums, something to parallel our train. Metro will come to the city, just not sure when. I gotta do just like a overall metro transit episode eventually, but all right, yeah, let's get this out like here. And I think for now we'll do like a plaza in between, and maybe some bus lanes that kind of go in between, so it's a bus stop right there. But just to make it a little prettier looking, and I don't really want parallel parking on this, let's get some grass and some trees. Okay, for now, I'm just gonna curve these back into each other. So turn off parallel mode, and then, whoops, wrong. We want continuous, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, for the baseball field on this side, we are gonna use, as I mentioned, Sully's decals. Let's do plain field 2, just because this has a cleaner edge on the left and right to the diamond. So let's orient it pretty much parallel to the couplet. Let's get it maybe around here. And again, this will be challenging without Move It, although I was reading that you can use Move It semi-safely on props. It's just using it on the roads that's crashing stuff. So I'm just gonna save profusely. All right, first step, I'm going to extend like a sand surface out on the corners here a little more. I'm gonna use, let's use golden sand base. I was playing around with it. It looks kind of similar to the diamond sand here. So yeah, let's just cover up these white boxes there. Okay, next is to get an outfield fence along the edge of the grass there, and this is definitely going to test our geometry skills. I'm going to use this tall white fence, although the label's gone. I think this is a residential fence. And let's just get some guideline fences on this side, and over here, something for it to connect to. Now the trick is to make sure this is the same colored fence throughout, and I think ideally I would like a white fence. I think I'm happy with that. That's pretty close. Before the white fence goes away. All right, let's actually, let's get rid of these guideline fences and gonna try to get the same color again. We'll just get this out to maybe here, because this is ostensibly where the dugout would be. So we'll do 50 meters. How about that? To the edge of the diamond around there. All right, same thing over here. All right, we have the basic field in place, so let me clean up all these fences I made to get the right color. You know, realizing we still need a fence behind the home plate and everything, or else fans could just totally jump on the players. So let's try to continue this. Don't change color, please. Oh no. Okay, yeah, let's continue this. And the angle's a little off, but that's okay. We can probably just expand the sand surface. All right, here we go. There you are. Okay, that's all looking good. And if something looks different with the highway, I realized that it needlessly went down to 2 lanes, so I made those all just 3 lanes for the entire stretch of the highway. But now the fun part, but also the difficult part without Move It, which is to lay down our stands. I can see the sand poking out a little bit. That's okay. If you haven't seen Imperator's video on building his baseball stadium and his one tile at a time city, it is crazy. Definitely go check it out. Obviously, he is a god amongst mortals, so I can only take inspiration from him. What we're going to do, though, is something similar where we will do small sports stands on the bottom and then tiers of the larger ones above it. So let's start behind home plate. Oh, did I leave myself enough room? I might need to, honestly, I'm going to move the, oh, long autosave. I'm going to move the road before I move these assets. Yeah, let's bring that back. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. This, I don't know, what, 50,000 people? I have no sense of how many people a stadium like this size could hold. But all right, let's think about lighting and then other cool props maybe along the back of these stands here. I'm thinking about what to do to cover this back wall of stands like this. I was looking around our assets and we have something from the French asset pack that's like brick wall basically. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's a prop under residential. Yep, here we go. This Plaza wall, whatever that is. But if we put this in a line and let's get the elevation up. Yep, you can see it's brick wall like that. And so I want to try to get this along the base of these stands here. This is gonna be a little tough with the curve, but let's see if we can make it work. You know what, I'm gonna do a line like this and then just come back later and reposition them. I think, honestly, that'll be easier in the end, unfortunately. All right, yeah, this is pretty much what I'm going for, a nice brick wall, and I'm thinking we maybe we can get some windows and some shop doors at the base of that later, but now let's get some lights to shine down on our baseball field, and for those, we actually have a bunch of tall industrial lights. Let's take a look at here. Yeah, I'm thinking we want to be industrial. Where are the tall ones at? Yeah, here, we'll do something like this, and I'm gonna put them in a couple of these cracks that we have here. And then we're gonna raise them really up high so you can definitely see them everywhere. I was just about to open move it. Almost ruined everything. We'll leave that there. That's okay. All right, we got a ballpark with lights, a wall. I'm thinking maybe we can hide some of this stuff up with billboards, but we definitely want billboards in the inside as well. So let's go take a look at Find It and grab some ads. This would be good ad real estate since you're right next to the highway there. Let's get, oh, I love this one. We gotta do a scoreboard next. So we do have this small sports scoreboard, but yeah, emphasis on small. So I can use a couple of these for maybe the inside of the stadium, so fans on either side can see what's what, which team is winning, as if they don't know already. But then in the back, I definitely want to get something larger, and I'm thinking we'll have to put these together to make one Uber scoreboard. Let's see what happens. So I'm gonna bring it up There's no stand under it, unfortunately, but that's okay. We can make this work. Okay, well, kind of like a scoreboard. Can I get rid of these things on top? I can't, but that's okay. So now I'm just gonna get some pillars, I guess. Not sure what I can use to make them stand up, but let's see what we got. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Sure. Oh, that's so cool. That's perfect. Love it. Okay, so far so good. From this angle, I clearly went way too hard on the ads here. Thought it would be kind of tongue-in-cheek, you know, capitalism run amok, but even for me, this is a little too much. So I'm gonna bring back pretty much everything I pasted on the sides there, except Pepsi. Pepsi needs all the help it can get. But all right, let's talk about the buildings that are gonna go along the side of the field here by home plate. I'm just gonna actually remove street altogether. And what I'm thinking is we're gonna get some high density commercial along here. And then I got an idea for the main entrance, which kind of weird that the main entrance is by the highway. However, I would rather preserve these sight lines than the sight lines of the entrance itself. You can get a good one if you're coming down the highway here. How about that? But all right. For the buildings, I'm going to stick with, let's do some European commercial density. I was playing around with some of the buildings, and one I saw that looked pretty good was, yeah, high density. Okay, yeah, we're gonna stick with this one because this dip in the back can fit perfectly underneath the stands there. So I'm gonna get a row of these, and then we'll mess with the color. And on this side, I want to try some of the new Japanese commercial, I believe. Let's see. I think it's a 3x3. Oh, it's mixed. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do some of these. We'll do level 4. Why not? Some of these mixed offices, or sorry, mixed commercial along this side, since they kind of got the columns that line up. Okay, for the entrance itself, we are going to use the Grand Bridge pillars. Yes, this just screams like big majestic gate. So let's try to line it up with the outfield there, I guess right around there. Let's raise it up even higher though. And in the center, I want to get one of our commercial signature buildings, or I think commercial, some kind of condo. It looks very Bostonian. And I think I can squeeze maybe one more of these buildings in the corner at an angle. Okay, pretty cool. Now on this side, I want to get like a stairs effect. And to do that, we're going to use the covered pedestrian bridge. Turn off all my snappings, except we will get discrete units. And this is going to be tough because I don't want them to connect to each other. So we're going to start the base here and go up. We'll go up 5 meters each time. Ah, pretty cool. All right, and once Move It is back in business, I'm gonna shift these into place so they're all kind of aligned, looking top down. But okay, cool. Got a nice stairs effect there. Let me get rid of that ad, since you can't really see it anyway. Okay, pretty cool. And I'm thinking maybe we'll just get like a park in there later. But let's connect this up with some roads now. So I'm gonna redo our couplet and then get another alleyway or something to help out those mixed buildings. Alright, I ended up making these buildings a little brighter so you could see them better. Same for over here. I feel like I should fill in that gap maybe eventually. But I also increased the height difference between these pedestrian paths because they were getting all discombobulated. But alright, in this corner, I want to fill this in with a nice park. We got some new parks from the Detailer's 2 patch, but they're all pretty small. So let's go for a large park. And I think this might fit the corner well. If I turn off snapping, turn on anarchy, and let's see, can I get it in there? Something like that, although those paths look a little weird. We can fix that later. And yeah, we'll fill in the area with some tiles and stuff, make this like a food truck court outside the stadium. But all right, next, I think it's time we get our decal back. Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna try to use move it. Okay, we're good. So far, so good. Oh, is the decal gone maybe? Interesting. All right, let's just try to place the decal back. And immediately that looks 10 times better with the field decal in there. So, all right, good. Hopefully that stays in place this time. But all right, let's think about parking next. And for this, we can probably use the new parking roads that came with the Detailer's 2 patch. Yeah, think about this perpendicular parking alley. Although we should probably do one way. Let's see what this looks like if we make this parallel. Oh yeah, all right. So I'm gonna do a series of these so we can make it much grander looking than just using one of the base, parking spaces. So let's see, let's give this a shot. Actually, what I'm gonna do is get just a guide road along here. And now we can come off at right angles much more easily. Okay, I think that's probably enough parking. And yeah, let's get rid of these alleyways. Although, here, let's make this a one-way alley, which we have now as well. And let's get a couple of access roads now. All right, I'm also going to connect up our pedestrian path over here so you can have easier access into the ballpark area. You know what? I'm gonna make parking only one side here so we can have like walkways and stuff right next to the ballpark. So let's see, we're gonna do, I'm afraid to use road tools because apparently that's been breaking too a little bit. This is what I want. Let's see if we can get it on the correct side though. And if I have to just flip everything, that's okay. Okay, I think that looks a little better, and then we can put something here I've been thinking about, which is a radio mast, something that kind of looks like it's broadcasting the signal from the game or something like that. I don't know, something for NBC Universal to go try to make money on, since they need it as well. But okay, I think that's the base of what I want to do. I guess we could probably get some props, grass, or I don't know, some kind of tile surface along here later. And maybe a couple of, let's do a couple of low density offices along here to make it look like this is, I don't know, a more administrative part. And I guess I can hit play again. Let that grow, see what that looks like. And then, yeah, later during detail and time lapse, we'll try to spruce things up. I'm seeing our medium and commercial demand drop. Commercial, I understand because these are all commercial buildings, but realize that these are also mixed density, which means people are going to live in there, and they're going to be super mad about the noise. But it's for the aesthetics. And I guess, hey, if we had demand, at least now we have a place to put them. All right, now we can focus on American football. So this is an actual asset we can use, large sports park. I'm going to bring it back away so we have room to place more stands, just like we did with the baseball field. And then to actually get it road access, let's just get a pedestrian path. Where are they? There you are. Up against the side of the building. Those are probably going to be hidden beneath the stands though, but that's okay. So yep, I'm just going to do the same thing. Small stands first, and then maybe we just need a second tier. We'll see if we need 3 tiers of stands above this football field. So let's give it a shot. I think I want to leave this part open so yeah, fans have a great view of downtown and what is going on there. No pedestrian access to the park. Well, once move it's back in place, we'll try to fix that. But yeah, I feel like that would be just a great view. Although, should I even have this thing right here? Yeah, we'll just keep it there. Without the last one. But this could be like an awesome park as well. Here though, I feel like I want to get another big commercial asset to fill in that spot. So let's take a look at what we have. This looks pretty imposing. Let's plop this in right here. And then I'm going to add more stands, I think, maybe above the pedestrian pathway. Let's see what that looks like. All right, still got these gaps here, but I have an idea that feels like cheating, but I think it would look great if we do the French College right along here since, yeah, the edge of this looks out. So if we get this, let's see, right along here. Okay, that looks pretty cool, even if it's slightly cheating because now we have an extra college here. But on this side, we also have a French signature building that is an office, I believe. Yep, this thing right here. Oh, but it's the wrong orientation. It was worth a shot. Okay, I ended up getting a ticket booth on this side for a more humble exit and entryway. Although to spice things up, let's get a pedestrian bridge going in between our stands here and whatever this main administrative building is. The broadcast studio or something like that. But all right, let's think about parking now. I want to reserve this spot for maybe some more plazas or parks or something like that. So we'll do football parking in this triangle right here. However, looking at the size of that compared to the size of our baseball parking, I think I'm gonna like cut this thing in half. This is way too big. So let's get rid of pretty much all the way up to there. We'll say get rid of these. And then also I'm thinking of making this road parallel to this street instead of going at a weird angle there. So let me quickly redo this. We're just gonna do alleyways since they're nice and thin. Yep, just like that. Although let's make sure we have this road on this side now. And then let's bring the rest of these down into this this frontage road. Okay, I think that is a lot more reasonable compared to the size of the parking lot we're gonna have over by our football stadium. Speaking of, let's look at this road network. First of all, this slight almost right angle is really bothering me, so let's bring this back and try that again. There we go. And now let's snake our way across or along the river here. Okay, I want to do something similar now to what we just did over there with the kind of frontage road there. So let's go back to our alleyways. Come out at a pretty much a 90 here. Try to have it angle so it goes in between there. All right, and now I'm going to have them come out at a semi 90 from Park Lane. So let me redo that curve, it looks a little off. Can't tell if that made it any better, but good enough. If I had moved it, I would bring this node out a little bit, but alas. Or maybe we'll come at an angle from this road right here, just to switch things up. See how that looks. I'm realizing it makes no sense to have this as a parking street, so let's make this a one-way alley as well. There we go. Got there eventually. Oh, you know what? I have yep, let's do a one-way alley with sidewalks. Actually, let's do 2 lanes. Okay, now let's try to do this. Oh man, I want to move those nodes so badly, but that's okay. I think, yeah, once we get that cleared up, get some trees around there, that'll look better once we just hide the weird node-ness. But I also think this one looks a ton better as well. Too bad we're not in a nice square shape like this one, but okay. I think that's good for the parking lots. Let's connect Kent Street up with our couplet one more time, and then maybe we can extend the Pine Lane pedestrian street a little bit farther. You know what? I'm gonna make this 2-way. Just so we can enter, have this continue to be a 2-way, and then we can enter from both sides. All right, I think our parking infrastructure is complete. So we do have these new assets from the latest patch, these above ground buildings, but figured it's kind of cooler to see the cars fill up our ginormous parking lots. And this looks more like an American Stadium area where we just have like enormous amounts of outdoor parking. So yeah, I think I'm happy with how this looks. You know, from this angle, I think I do want to get one more tier of stands on this side of Chirper Field. I don't think it would block sightlines. Yeah, you got plenty of clearance there. So let's just do one row of maybe these bigger stands right here. So give me a second. Let's get rid of these trees. All right, yeah, I think that looks a little less weird, honestly, just having a weird chunk of the stands missing. Even though I wonder if we should get rid of, nah, we'll leave that one there as well. So, and then yeah, I was thinking like we could do like a plaza or park kind of to match this one over here. In fact, I wonder if I should just do a custom park all the way through. And then plaza along our couplet here. But again, I think eventually I want to get a subway station and some other transit stuff in there. But yeah, okay, I'm glad we did that. And you know, from above, I don't hate the multicolored stands there. It definitely looks fun and quirky, but we'll think about it. But all right, for now, I'm glad we got some stands there. You know, I'm seeing this, and I think I did the couplet backwards, maybe? I feel like I want to go in first before crossing here. So let me quickly reverse the direction of the couplet here. And then I forgot I want to get my nice grass median strips back and everything. So let's, yeah, replace or change the direction here. Cool. Okay, and then while we're here, I'm thinking let's get a very quick custom bus station. Actually, can we even fit the small one? Oh, we could barely fit the small one in there. That wouldn't look horrible. What if we try this? Let's do this. Let's get this custom bus stop right, it's not custom bus stop. Let's get it right in here. We will have to get rid of some of these markings. I think the bus might ride up into there, but that's okay. If we then go to bus lane and then just come straight across here, I wonder if this will just work. And look at that. So if we do that there, and then I think maybe back here, once we do a metro station, we'll do the metro line there. Can I remove these markings though? I can't, not the end of the world though. So the bus will just kind of ride up on the curb there a little bit. And I'm wondering actually if we bring back the sidewalk even, we'll see how it looks. Maybe we can cover this with some custom pavement to make it look a little better. But all right, that was actually kind of easy. So let's get a new bus route from here to, let's do definitely to the university. We'll do a loop between Central Station, downtown, and the university, we'll say. So let's see, where are we going? We'll get back, oh, we gotta go back on the highway here. Or we could go across the bridge here, stop at Central Station, cross the bridge here, so let's might as well stop by City Hall and then come back down here. Somehow that's gonna be a crazy route, which means we're gonna have to do some more traffic management here eventually, somehow get the highway connected. But let's quickly rename that the stadium route. I have no idea what this bus line 9 is. We'll check it out later. Okay, and then yeah, then we have the makings of a route that can help serve the new downtown as well. So, all right, and then we'll get like a plaza in here. We'll do, oh, maybe we can get one of the new smaller mini parks that we got. Oh, that's really small actually. Anything bigger? Yeah, let's get this one with the little vending plaza right there. Ooh, I got this new 70. I have CZ. Don't know what this is from, but I like it. Let's use this. Oh, that looks great. I'm going to replace the built-in service here. That looks pretty cool. And then later we'll come by, get a fountain in there, some trees and stuff. And you know what? I'm going to get rid of this park. We're going to do a custom one when I do a time lapse later. Or maybe that won't be part of the time lapse, but okay. I think that looks so cool with that, whatever surface that is. Okay, let's hit play and see how things shake out. Make sure we didn't forget anything. We are gonna have to make our district though, or else all these mixed use people will start complaining about healthcare and stuff. So let's make this all one big district for now. Maybe we'll break off this part later. Let's get that in here. And we're gonna call this obviously the stadium district. I didn't realize that this line doesn't actually have any water beneath it. Can I replace it? I cannot. Okay, let me quickly pause it. And unfortunately, I don't think we can get an actual one-way alley with a bus line on it. It would have to be one of these thick roads, and I don't want to take up space like that. So let's just get one of our really narrow custom one-way alleys. Where are you at? Okay, that should be connected now. It is. Maybe we can use some surface painter stuff later to get the orange effect back, because that was pretty cool looking. But let's hit play. Hopefully those water and sewage issues go away. And there we go. Okay, cool. Thinking about road access now that we got functioning public transportation. Oh, I gotta assign the crematorium, that's right. Okay, so first thing, I'm not sure how I feel about this off ramp right here from the bridge. It feels a little contrived, so I'm gonna remove it. Sorry for the 5 minutes I spent making that. I'll probably just skip it in the video now, to be honest. Let's bring this back to a regular 4-lane road. All right, nothing to see here. And instead, let's extend another 4-lane from the roundabout into Kent Street here. So it's another collector. We'll do divided. And I should say, this is all very temporary right here. This is not going to, does not reflect the final product, I should say. So let's get, starting from the grid, maybe out here. We'll go out there and then start curving our way in. Basically forcing people to use the main roads to get into the area instead of that really janky and tight off-ramp. But all right, and then we can build out kind of a basic grid here as well. Let's just get some alleyways, make it nice and small. So one thing that we don't have in our new city yet is a police department. So let's get one of the newer assets. We got this modern police station that looks pretty nice. Japanese police station too. Actually, that looks pretty cool. Although modern, I think, looks a little cooler if you ask me. Fits the vibe a little bit more. So I'm actually going to bring out this road one more unit so we can fit it in. Okay, now this side of the river has a nice police station, so let's assign it both, and maybe we can get the Diego Industrial Park too. All right, redo this grid, and then yeah, we'll just get some, maybe some industrial, some parking lots, and maybe a little bit of low-density commercial around here as well. Maybe some gas stations, we haven't really done that yet. All right, we'll let these zone in, and yeah, I want to try one of these gas station signature buildings. Yeah, let's get one of these large ones. We'll do it right next to our stadium district. Actually, maybe that should be in this corner right here. Indeed, yeah, let's de-zone these and get that petrol station right in the corner there. I feel like this is a perfect place for a gas station. You're gonna make bank for all the people coming into the parking lot there. But okay, so we got some Japanese zoning as well. It's for someone using that. Maybe we can get a park or something over there on this side. Dog park, probably. And then, yeah, TBD on what I do to fill in this spot. I definitely don't want road connections, like I said, into the parking lot because that's cheating. But maybe we can make this quick connection right here. There you go. Something like that. All right, we'll let those zone in. You know, as I'm seeing these row houses come in, I think I want to fill in this block with row houses as well, instead of more of these industrial assets. So let's get another alleyway and, yeah, connect these two roads right here. In fact, I'm also going to maybe do a little bit more medium density right there. So let's do, I want to try, let's see, we have this Japanese mixed, I think. Yeah. Japanese mix, let's just do a small block of that and then a couple of row houses on the sides. And then row houses all along Strawberry Lane. And then, actually I don't know why I just de-zoned those. I did not mean to. Let's get some Japanese back along the main avenue and then we can do more mixed. Or do we have medium Japanese? We do, let's see what that looks like. Let those zone in as well. Okay, and then I figured, you know, this would probably be a big tourist spot, so let's get a taxi depot. I think we only have one of those in the city right now. Let's go to transportation, and I'm gonna do the big taxi depot, and I think we need Anarchy to get it underneath the bridge. Sure, and that's just enough room to surround it with another street. And then we can get some more offices, maybe one more factory on this side as well. Want to make sure we don't zone along the parking lot though. All right, and we'll probably do like a tree barrier in between this district and the parking lot itself, since this should be kind of contained within the entire stadium district. And I'm seeing that, and yeah, this will probably be its own district eventually. Let's fill in this corner with one of our new park assets from the latest patch. We got these small ones right here. Let's do, that's from the old patch. Let's do, sure, nice little 2x1 there. And we can surround that with trees and grass later. But yeah, we're definitely going to add a lot of pavement and grass services and all that to this area pretty soon. But all right, now that that kind of road grid network is in play, let's get one more connection on this side. And what I want to do is get a two-laner. We can use the highway two-laner, I think, so there's no zoning on it. Go underneath the bridge, turn into a new bridge segment that meets up with this intersection right there. And I might bring this intersection back a little bit to be closer to the train track, just so this descent is a little better. Right now it looks a little tight. But let's do a little bit of terraforming first. So I'm going to slope up from this area right here up into, yeah, I think 6% is good. Let's get it up there. Hopefully we have enough clearance underneath the bridge. And yeah, I think we should, seeing just how tall the cars are. Let's go to highway. Yep, 2-lane highway, turn off all our snappings. See if we can do this without anarchy. Let's see. Oh, that's totally fine. I don't know why we need anarchy for that. But yeah, now we're just gonna do this into a sharp curve to go parallel to our train track right there. All right, so now you have another way from the city, specifically this side of the city, into our stadium district, because we weren't really going to do a bunch of zoning or big development in this corner right here, since we were blocked off by the highway and the train track. So maybe one day we can get another road going through here into, I don't know, some suburbs out there, whatever we end up doing there. All right, cool. So now we have multiple ways into the stadium district, and hopefully that helps with our traffic flow, especially over here by the big roundabout. As we get into the more nitty-gritty details, there's one thing that's been bothering me for a long time, and that's just where we put our grand entrance for the baseball diamond. There's no reason it has to be behind home plate, and honestly, this view kind of sucks. So I think it makes more sense to have it opposite the football stadium. It doesn't have to be exactly symmetrical, like right here. We could put it in the middle of our buildings here. So I'm about to evict a bunch of tenants because I'm gonna delete these 3, let's say. I want to get a nice corner building in this side as well, but first let's move our grand archway. Let's get it, yeah, maybe right around here. And then we can move our condo entrance as well. All right, and then yeah, here we have, I was looking around, we have a corner lot that is commercial, high density European, I believe, but it's I think it's a 3x4. Where are you at? European. Yeah, this guy right here. Nice curved corner that I think would go well with this end right here. We can have it right up against the pedestrian walkways right there. Cool. All right, and then let's get one more of our handy dandy commercial buildings like this. Bring it back a little bit. All right, cool. I think that makes a little more sense. And then also, I think I'm gonna make Vermont. We'll keep Pine Lane as a pedestrian access, but Vermont Lane, since we're going from parking lot to parking lot, we got this road right here. Let's just make this a actual road as well. This would not be the nicest walkway right underneath the highway there, so I feel like we're not losing out on beauty or anything. But yeah, we'll keep Pine Lane as a nice pedestrian walkway. Okay, I think that is a much better entrance for our grand baseball stadium. Maybe we can get something in here in this archway. Look through our props, see what we have. But for now, I think that is better. All right, hit and play, and let's start thinking about this park right here. So I want this to be kind of like a big food truck slash, I don't know, park plaza. And I think we can get some nice storefronts along the brick wall, and then we'll fence it off using some kind of like chain link fence so people on the sidewalk can look inside and get jealous and want to buy tickets. And then we make money. So for the storefronts, what I really like is in the new Japan region pack, you have these storefronts that actually poke out a little bit. So you don't get that effect where you see like the brick wall behind it kind of poking through. Clear filters. Let's see. All right, let's expand because I want to filter for Japan region pack. Yeah. All right. So if we get a couple of these, yeah, see how they come out, and so we won't have that effect where the brick wall comes through in the windows or the doorways or something like that. So let's get a couple of these going around the edge of the wall just for a little bit, not for the entire section. Okay, we'll end it there. And now let's kind of cordon the area off with a fence. So go to net lanes, fences. Let's do one where you can kind of poke through. Like I mentioned, we'll do this tall kind of residential looking fence. Okay, yeah, let's see. Let's go to our surfaces. And how about, over in our European town from way back then, we had this nice, herringbone paving stone 3. I want to use that for like the actual plaza area itself. So let's get this out here. Go ahead and 90 to maybe like around here. And then I'm going to try to follow the curvature of the wall to parallel. Okay, we got a nice plaza there, and the rest can just be, let's do nice grass surface here. I'm thinking maybe the plaza here should just go all the way to the end of the fence. That looks a little weird. Okay, think I got the curvature pretty much parallel, but now we're gonna go into find it mode and try to find some nice food truck props and plaza props, chairs, umbrellas, trash cans, all that to, of course, ATMs, to line the plaza. Okay, out here in the fields, I want to do like a baseball sculpture slash plant thingy. The way we're going to do that is let's get a circle of, we'll do these, cultivated flower bushes, and we're going to go to circle mode, get this nice and close together, and let's, bring this out to, I think that's probably a good size. And then on the inside, we're going to do a surface. I was looking at one of these looks pretty cool. Let's just try regular blocks 2. See what this looks like. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice and bright. And then on the inside, we're gonna get more of these plants for the stitching of the baseball, kind of doing a curve like this. Let's see. Okay, pretty cool. Is that a baseball or a tennis ball? I can't tell. But let me just quickly see if it is too much to do like side stitching, you know? Let's see. Oh no, I think that's awesome. Okay, cool. So we got that, and let's just extend this surface pathway so people can actually get to it. Cool, and then let's kind of line the transition with maybe a low hedge or something like that. Let's go to our net lanes. Low hedge 1. Let's see what this looks like. And, you know, I don't know if I like having the surface extend to the baseball. Let's just, here, we'll keep this opening here so people can go walk in the field, but I'm gonna get rid of this surface right here. Ooh, I know, we'll get some sand decals to like trace some paths around the entire area. Let's switch focus to the football field now, and I think we'll do something similar, but I don't want to do just a mirror football effect with the plants and stuff like that. That would be kind of tacky to have them opposite each other, in my opinion. So what we're going to do first is lay down some manicured grass, and why did I pause the game? Here we go. And then on top of it, we'll leave like a border strip of grass along the road there, but we'll get more of this awesome herringbone 3 pavement tile wherever it is. Cool. Okay, that's right. We also have to get a fence so people don't try to hop in without buying their tickets. We'll have that go out to here, and then let's get like a ticket booth to serve as one more entrance into this area. Try hopping that, criminals. All right, cool. All right, for inside, like I said, let's get a couple of storefronts and then some shrubbery. Oh, gotta close up that fence as well, but then some shrubs along the grass strip. And yeah, see what else we can do. Okay, simple but effective. I think I really like this surface. I plan to use it more throughout the build, I think, later. But one thing I'm thinking, let's get another commercial building, and we can use our handy-dandy European builds right here, because if we plop it here, let's get in the center of this set of stands right there, even if the crosswalk is a little off-kilter, that's okay. But if we place it like this kind of looks like a press box to me, which I think is perfect. So we're gonna keep it like that. Let's grab this color. What does that look like? I'm not against that. And you know, this reminds me, I think I need to lock all these buildings level before, or I guess that's already level 5, but before they change levels and kind of ruin the entire aesthetic. even though I'm pretty sure some of these have already changed. We'll see. Okay, cool. And then what I'm going to do is get rid of its inner surface here, but we'll extend this surface for the entire stretch of Florence Street. Since now that we've locked the building, we know that surface won't change. Okay, now we got a nice exit for this side, so you don't have to go all the way around the stadium to get to your car. We're definitely getting close to our detailing time lapse. A couple of things I want to do first. One, clean up these errant fences I left behind. Don't even remember doing that. But two, I think I want to make this side of the street a key wall and make it a clean edge, kind of like Primrose Lane in our Marco Vasquez Park over there. So let's go to our road tools. We'll start, how about once we have our major intersection there, all the way from here to, we'll go up to there. I guess this side of the bridge as well. And then let's bring back the terrain and widen the river a little bit. Okay, I think that's looking a lot cleaner and more room for our yachts to come out and go to the ocean. Once we actually have smaller boat assets we can place in our marina down there. But all right, I think we're ready for a detailing time lapse. What I'm thinking is we'll definitely get some pavement surface to fill in this, and this will probably be its own district right afterwards. So only this is the stadium district. Then we'll get some trees to line the highway, kind of act as a sound buffer as well, since we do technically have people living right beneath the stands here. Maybe get a couple more utility buildings out here, and we'll make this into like a fountain plaza in between Pine Lane and Kent Street. And maybe we'll extend like some kind of tile surface all along here, get some trees as well. Then we'll do trees in between the parking lanes. I'll try to tidy up the spaces in between. Shrubbery in between Strawberry Lane and Kent Street. Same for over there. And then, just see what else we can do. And then afterwards, we will finally name our teams and do some recoloring of the stadiums, depending on what team name we give. So yeah, let's drop into this time lapse. Hi, welcome back everyone. Let's go over some of the major changes from that time lapse, starting over here with a new Riverside Park that has, a pier. I used some of the new park assets from the Detailers 2-patch, got some riprap rock, and then nice pedestrian access from the bridge, so people could walk from Marco Vasquez Riverside Park into the new area as well. And then did the usual with stain decals, surfaces, tried to fill in the cracks, got some plants there, make it feel a little more livable, upzoned a few buildings. Over in the parking lots, I actually ended up removing those trees, as you saw. I kind of like having this giant block of pavement. I think it looks a little more realistic and a little more open. If you look at pictures of parking lots, next to stadiums, they're usually just giant slabs of concrete. So I like how this looks, and you can see the stain decals a little better. I also added an electrical substation. Figured we're going to need to prevent bottlenecks over here as we continue to develop the place, but try to make it look nice with some wall art. On the baseball wall, I used moss decals to try to get kind of like a vine effect growing on the brick wall, plus these trees next to it to fill in the space a little more. But yeah, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure this is how I wanted it to turn out. I guess it kind of looks like vines growing up the brick, trying to go for that old Manhattan money effect. But let me know if you have an idea of how to get that vine effect, or if you've used that before. If you zoom in, I also added a pedestrian pathway along the edge here to make it seem like you could walk kind of along the brick wall, gaze out at the cityscape or the park or the river. So I thought that was a nice touch. Next, I added another food truck plaza and food court to our Stadium District Plaza in here. Remember, I wanted to leave this space open for an eventual metro stop, but then added, some trees, benches, this nice fountain, and some more parks along these plazas and these walkways right there. And all of these are from the new Detailers patch as well. And I see that they are different colors. Oh, I can't change the color? Well, that's too bad. All right, well, we got some interesting color combinations there, but yeah, and then over here did the same thing where I removed the trees and tried to fill in all those green blotches with some pavement. One thing that I was just playing around with that I thought turned out well is adding these pedestrian bridge pillars along the back of this half of the football stadium. Kind of gives it a Coliseum effect, I feel like. And I added some really small spotlights to the top there. So if we ever go into night mode, hopefully those can shine out. But if you're looking at it from this angle, I don't know, I think that kind of looks kind of cool. And then the other big addition was I added a new exit ramp to connect to Briar Rose Street. So not everyone needs to go through this interchange right here. I feel like you see that usually where you'll have exit 155A and 155B. So we can say that this is exit A into downtown and this is exit B, we should say. But yeah, hopefully this helps traffic flow a little more too. And now it is finally time to christen our sports teams. So last episode, I asked for name suggestions for the university sports team, with the caveat that I want to reserve the Martians for one of these two. And I got two suggestions, one from Tactical 1981, suggesting the Dewdrops for Dewey Del Mar, which is perfect. And then another from IAWH732 for the Marlins, which is also great. Now, I think I want to use the Martians for the football team. And then I'm going to go with Dewdrops for the baseball team, because I want to color this blue, water, blue, dewdrops. For some reason, just blue connects to baseball more than football for me. And then that means we'll use the Marlins for our university sports field. So what I'm going to do is use Recolor to color the football stadium red, at least one tier of the stands, baseball blue, and then I guess we don't have to use Recolor in that, but I will use the district tool to create a small district that can add a label to our fields. All right, yep, blue for the baseball, the dewdrops, red for the Martian fields. That makes sense. And then I left the bottom tier as a lighter color just to add, or serve as a contrast, I should say. So it's not overwhelmingly blue everywhere. And then, yep, labeled our university Marlins field, and then use the district tool with Anarchy to name our two stadiums. But speaking of districts, I am going to make this its own district now, and to stick with the sports theme and I figured, we got Spanish influence in the city, we got German influence with Gruber Triangle over there. Let's get some Italian influence and name this DiMaggio Shores, after Joe DiMaggio, one of the, all-time greats from baseball. So let's bring this back, and we'll make the new district. All right, and that about does it. Thank you all for sticking in there. I know this was another long one, but I'm really happy how this turned out. Here, let me turn off the overlay. Yeah, this just looks awesome, and I think that we've done right by my hometown of Seattle and its stadium district with the two stadiums there. So, as usual, if you all have any suggestions or feedback, let me know in the comments, please. I love reading them. You all have such great naming suggestions, like the Dewdrops and the Marlins. And then if you all have any ideas of what to do to this vine moss rock wall effect, or brick, I should say, let me know. Yeah, I'm curious to see what we can do to make that look a little better, or if I missed anything, any connections, which sometimes I do. And finally, let's end with some very quick feedback from last episode's U District. Starting with Z-Blur's suggestion to get some shade in this courtyard, because this would just be blazing hot in the summer. So we are going to add some oak trees between these benches right here, I think. And then let's get some umbrellas to cover these tables that you can already tell are shining from the sunlight, so those would be really hot. Okay, and then next up, Alex Henschel 1080 commented with a really cool idea to make this pier look a little more natural, which is to use wooden benches and the line tool to give it to more, actual wooden pier look. So what I've been playing around with this, and what we're going to do is delete the existing one and then raise up where we're going to put our benches first to sea level right here. So let's grab a white line right there, bring a straight line out, and then we're going to grab our benches. We'll use this garden bench number 4. I'm going to use the modded line tool. I find it's a little more flexible. We're going to go to, I believe it's fence mode? Nope, wall mode. And important, we're going to lock the elevation here. Okay, next step, we're going to get some fences right along the side of it. And I'm going to use a prop fence so we can easily lock its elevation. Here, let's use this fence industrial piece low. Okay, that's looking pretty cool. And then next step, we are going to go back to our terrain tool and smooth this out, but because we locked the elevation there, those should stay in place, so fingers crossed. And probably gonna need a couple more fences to round out the, oh, I guess, what we could do is leave this open as if you were gonna like dive off the pier into the water. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that open, but then the last thing is we're gonna get some logs to serve as the pillars. There we go. We'll just stick with log 1, I believe. And then, yeah, let's just place these in a line. And now I'm going to go through, oh God, where'd they go? They're down there. I'm going to go through and manually shift them into place. That looks 10 times better. Thank you so much, Alex Henschel. And last thing, let's just connect up the path here with a real path. That looks so much better. So thank you, Alex Henschel 1080. I think this might be the last video of 2024. Obviously, we're getting near the end of the year. I might do a recap, like city tour video before then, but I am so excited for 2025. It's been like, I think 6 or 7 months since I started the channel, and already like the response from everyone is incredible. So thank you all so much for making this an enjoyable experience, and Happy New Year. And if I don't post another video, I'll see you in 2025. Bye.